My job is to make sure when the next commissioner is appointed, if it's someone internal, the media knows who they are when they walk through the door and doesn't say, who the hell's that guy? I don't know him or her. When things go bad, and they will, I want the media to see me out in front and center. I want our people to see their boss up front and speaking on their behalf. And the community needs to see the leader of the organization, particularly, I think, when things are bad. But when the success stories occur, we should have the right people out front and center, let the light shine on them as opposed to us as leaders. I'm not afraid to take on the issues, and I'm sure no one in this room is, or face open questions from the public on call-in shows or radio shows or during media scrums, because there may be tough questions. Our people in the communities need to see us dealing with that stuff. If we're going to build our credibility, it's not going to come when the disaster occurs. It's going to be built up over a series of months and years where you're dealing with day-to-day stuff. That's how you build credibility. And then when the bad things happen, they say, okay, we know this guy. We never caught him lying to us. He always calls a spade a spade. He's not afraid to tell us the truth. He's not afraid to admit when they do something wrong, or she. I shouldn't keep using the word he, obviously. And then when things really go bad, there's at least that element of trust that's already been established. Preparing as much as possible about brewing topics and hot issues that might arise prior to a media interview or a call-in show or whatever is very important. And then you just have to let the cards fall. And often when I speak to the media in the Toronto area, they want to ask me about things that are going on in Toronto. I'm not the chief of the Toronto Police. I've got enough problems. I'm not the chief of Peel Regional Police or Durham or whatever, but they want to draw me into that fray. And I always take the high road, say they handled it, they did a fantastic job, and blah, 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 and I don't get into trying to obviously second-guess chief colleagues out there. And whether you agree with what occurred or not, and we all obviously will look at each other at times and wonder, you know, what was he thinking or what was she thinking, but we don't know all the facts, so I don't let myself get drawn into that. So I always take the high road. When it comes to joint investigations, of course, some investigations, Toronto might have way more people in it than Durham or the OPP, or we may have more people than Niagara or Peel Regional Police or whatever, but it's not the time and place during that press conference to show, oh, we had more skin in the game than they did. It should be an equal bunch of team members out front and center, everybody speaking about how we work together, assuring the public that police agencies work together, and not trying to steal the show from anybody. And we've all seen that in the past where organizations have tried to steal the show. We really need to have our messages consistent, especially in a joint operation. And on larger policing issues around the province and country, we try through our police associations to try and come up with key messaging so we're saying the same thing and not contradicting one another.